Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Let's Play Tobe's Vertical Adventure. When we last left off, we had finished out the game with Tobe, and seeing what there was to see as far as levels and what Tobe can do. But there's still, well, technically 2 campaigns, but we're not going to do co-op, because as far as I'm aware, it's only local co-op, so, you know, there's going to be Nana's campaign here. So, let's get into that, shall we? And yeah, the story starts out fairly similarly. Nana's found a treasure map and goes to tell Tobe, who, cowering in fear, though considering the fact that the other one started with her smacking him upside the head because he was sitting there playing video games. Curse me, she's kind of a violent person, isn't she? Also, this fourth wall break is not quite as amusing as the other one. I don't know. Either way. So, when not able to find Tobe, she decides to go grab the treasure of King Garuza herself. And so off she goes in her hot air balloon to the first of the 4 islands. Because, yeah, the only thing that really changed with this campaign are the cutscenes, which really the open and ending are the only major differences. The other, like the mid-level or mid-world cutscenes, are largely unchanged, mostly because there wasn't much to them in the first place. They just kind of took Tobe goofing off in the background of those cutscenes away. And, well, yeah. As I said, as far as levels, they are exactly the same as they were in the original. Mostly because, I guess, adding Nana in as part of the PC experience as well as adding the co-op campaign. But it's something extra they added because, I think I mentioned it, but something I was reading said that the original release of this was really, really buggy, apparently, on the Xbox. I don't know. I only played the demo, which was like, well, with the Xbox Live indie games, the way they did demos on those, you got like, you know, 10 minutes of playtime, which is barely enough, like just under enough to play, at least in a blind run, through the first world here. Actually, not even that, if it's like a truly blind run. And so, you know, bringing it to PC, they wanted to fix those bugs, and I guess along the way thought, hey, we should add another playable character. Because why not? But yeah, having to redesign whole new levels didn't quite, it was probably like a lot of work that probably wasn't really worth the effort, or maybe it was, I don't know. You had to talk to the developers on that one. And even then, I don't know if they, like, I mean, this game, you know, came out 5 years ago. You know, they might not remember what they were thinking necessarily at that exact moment. Well, anyway. But yeah. So, instead we just play through the same levels as a different character. Which does work out pretty well overall. Mostly because Nana has a very different playstyle than Tobe. Actually, if you look at the trailer on the Steam store, it actually pretty much explains the differences pretty well right there. Tobe is fast and agile, Nana has a double jump. Which is to say, Nana, well, she has a run, but her running animation, or her running speed, is pretty much the same as her walking speed, so not any big difference, so it's not really worth doing it there. And whereas, like, Tobe has, through his running, he can do all kinds of different extra things, like, if you run into a wall, you can run up it. If you jump while running, you can, you know, do a long jump that gives you more distance. Different things like that. Nana doesn't have anything even remotely similar to that. All she has is the basic moves, jumping, you know, wall jumping, rolling. Oh, and she, well, has a double jump, as we're seeing here. And that double jump is really what makes the difference, because it gives you an entirely different approach to how you can do some of the stuff in this game. And, I mean, yeah, it does admittedly leave her feeling a bit more stiff than Tobe, arguably. I don't know, it's one of those things, you know, how true an argument of that. Why is that vine there? I've wondered that one since I recorded the set of videos with playing as Tobe, but why is that vine there? But yeah, for example, like there are certain things, I mean, the main thing tends to be the fact that she doesn't need to use items as much because the double jump gives her, at least if you control it well, farther jump than you would need for the balloon to go gliding. Ooh, hey, got a 15-second, nice. But, you know, you don't really need the balloon to get the farthest glide, so, you know, there's no point in that. And with her double jump, she gets such height, and, well, the fact you can infinite wall jump, basically, kind of defeats the purpose of having to use ropes 9 times out of 10. And, yeah, so even though Nana is technically slower than Tobe, she actually can get through stages quicker than him in a lot of ways. At least she's expected to. I mentioned in the first video the achievements that this game has, where you're expected to go through the levels and beat them, you know, within a certain time and get all of the animals and money. And, well, you know, Nana's times are all lower than Tobe's. For example, the first world here, for Tobe, you have 120 seconds. Nana is only given 115 seconds. So, you know, she has to beat it 5 seconds quicker. And to be honest, that's the smallest time difference. Some of the later ones, she has to get a time that's a full minute lower, well, 50 seconds or so, but then Tobe's, you know, clear time needs to be. Of course, the other thing that comes up with Nana, as far as how she fits into the game, is the fact that she actually has significantly less health than Tobe. He actually starts with only 1 or 2 HP, as opposed to Tobe's, I think 3 is his starting health, before you, like, find items and get upgrades to it. And yeah, this does make things a bit harder. Or more so, you just have less room for error in a lot of things. She also can carry less items, but as I said, she really doesn't need them as much as Tobe does, so that's not as big a deal. I mean, arguably, the reduced health isn't that big of a deal either if you aren't terrible at the game. I kind of waver between point A and point B on, you know, quality of gameplay here, so, you know, sometimes that can be a really bad thing. Sometimes it can end up working out in the long run. Really just depends on what day. This depends on what day it is, really. Oh wait, right, we have here. Let's do that, then we can get up here. Then there we can do that. And suddenly, Nana's quicker level times makes more sense suddenly. At least I hope it does with the kind of shenanigans I'm pulling here. There we go. Yeah, that infinite wall jump can be very useful in making your own pathways to the levels. Like, with Tobe, all the paths through the levels are kind of designed to be a specific way. And in comparison, Nana just kind of makes her own path, because she can just jump wherever the heck she wants if you give her a wall. Of course, the thing with this first world, and the reason why, at least I'm guessing the reason why her times are so much closer to this, or to Tobe's on this world, compared to the later ones, is mostly because the fact that this world is kind of designed as a tutorial for how to play as Tobe. Okay, gotta remember how far the roll actually goes. Sorry, just when you get these kind of things, really the only coherent way to have her go through these tends to involve the roll, just because she doesn't have the running speed, so, you know, running through it at top speed with like you do with Tobe doesn't actually work. Okay. Boy, I'm kind of already running out of things to say, and what, we're only 2 to 3 levels into the game. Like I said, a lot of the experience here is going to be very similar to what you already experienced as Tobe, or what you already saw as Tobe. You guys haven't experienced, or maybe you have. I don't know. I don't know what you guys have played. I don't know. I think you guys should play this. I've actually been putting the link to it on the Steam store page. Oh, this is level 4. Wow, I have not been paying attention at all. Go me. Wait. What do I need to do? Give me a rope. That's what you need when you're in the middle of running for your life from spikes. Hey, you gotta sneeze really hard. Woo! Come on, Nana, you can do it. Do those wall jumps. There we go. Ah, Bodskins. I forgot a bird. I'm going through these levels too quick. I think I'm not paying attention. Oh well. Well, that clears out the Mystic Cave. And, of course, the map... We're sorry, Nana, but the treasure is on another island. Yeah. 5 videos in for me to make that obvious joke right there. Go me. This is the kind of quality entertainment you guys are watching. Just thought you guys would like to know that. Anyway, so with that said, I'm going to go back and get that last bird because, well, I'm trying to basically recreate my save file here because I had to delete it in order to, you know, well, I suppose I didn't have to delete it per se, but I felt like deleting it, so that's really just my own stupidity. Anyway, I'm going to get that last bird, and, well, see you guys next time when we take on, once again, the Frozen Cavern. Until then, though, as always, later, folks.